Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mahi. Good afternoon, Omkar. Manish, good afternoon. We'll wait for 10 minutes. After that, we'll start. Okay. Okay, guys, let the count be 240 something. Then I'll start. Good afternoon, Mai. Good afternoon, Omkar. Good afternoon, Manish. Harshit. Good afternoon, Shravani, Shruti, Dhaval, Sujit, Damodar, Mukul. Good afternoon. Krutin, Pratibha, Dipanshi. Good afternoon. Sir, can the link for the quiz be shared? Which link, Shambhavi? Last week quiz. If somebody has last week quiz, Shambhavi is asking. But Shambhavi, I don't know if it will be recorded for previous week or not, because the sheet has been prepared of marks. So even if you like attempt it today, I don't know if it will be counted or not. So, but your wish, you can give the quiz again. Good afternoon, Vivek, Chaitanya, good afternoon. So let us wait for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes more. So that student count is around 250. Okay. Then I'll definitely start. Shambhavi, link is shared by me during the lectures. Okay. During the lectures, the link is shared by me. You do not get any mail or any invite. I share the link during the session, and you will get around 15 minutes to complete the quiz and give it. Okay. During the session. Okay. So everyone, please be ready for Friday this week. Okay. I hope everyone would be ready. So today is 2nd. So 4th of July. Okay. You will receive the quiz for 4th of July. Okay. Good afternoon, Manu. Okay, just 20 more people and then we will start. Okay. Arif, it would be on quiz. Quiz usually would take place on Thursday, Friday or Saturday. Okay, if for some reason it is not conducted on Friday, it will be conducted on Saturday. Okay, or maybe due to some reason it would be conducted on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday all are important. If the quiz is conducted on Friday, then of course no quiz for Saturday. Okay, Arif, Arif Sheikh. Okay, so hope you understood, Arif. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And just quickly zoom in a little bit. Props and React hooks. Okay, so we have around 240 students. Let us start the session. So I'll just revise a little bit of use state. Okay, by giving you some funny example or something. Okay, so that you can relate a little bit through yesterday's class. And those who are not present, please check out the notes Google Drive. Okay, everyone has that Google Drive. Please look into that. Okay, somebody share it if like if you want, I'll share it. Okay, please just look into the React folder. Okay, I've given the Google Drive. Everyone can see it, download the React folder. Okay, so in that we have covered the hooks and everything. So let us start. Just quickly. Okay, so number 2 are hooks, right? Hooks. Okay, so in hooks, what did we do? We used uh, use state hook. Okay, use state hook. Okay, use state hook. So what did we discuss? Okay, we discussed the problem. Okay, what was the problem? Okay, we discussed a problem. Okay, so we discussed a problem. Okay, so we discussed the problem. Okay, and we discussed the problem. Okay, that when we used to update a variable, when we used to update a variable, uh, the same variable the same variable, okay, was not updated in HTML. Okay, in HTML. Okay, or web page, whatever you want to call it. So this was the problem. Okay, so this was the problem, and to solve that problem, what did we use? To solve that problem, we used use state. Okay, let it be this one. Okay, to solve the problem, we used use state hook. Okay, this is what we did to solve the problem. We used use state hook. Okay, so what is then use state? Okay, so think of that. Okay, think of the variable that we want to change as a state. Okay, state variable. Okay, state variable. Okay, state variable. So think of it like pocket money. Okay, think of it like pocket money. Everyone gets pocket money from their parents. Okay, so any pocket money. Okay, so everyone gets the pocket money from their parents. Okay, so think of it like pocket money. Okay, think of it like that. Okay, so why do we have to think like a pocket money? Okay, pocket money that you get from your parents. Pocket money is that you get from your parents. Okay, so think the state variable like that only. Think of it like that. Okay, so think of it like that only. Okay, so now what more is that? Like why I have given you an example of pocket money, because it is actually what? Data that changes. Data that changes. Okay, data that changes. Okay, data that changes, right? So it is a data that changes. Okay, right? So let's say you have 100 rupees from your pocket money. Okay, just think of it like that. Let's say you have 100 rupees from your sorry 100 rupees from your pocket money, and for 20 rupees you bought a snack or something. Okay, you bought some snack. Okay, like some dabeli, vada pav, samosa, something like that you bought. So what will happen, that from 100 rupees, let's say you have 100 rupees. Okay, you have 100 rupees. Okay, and you spend it on samosa. So now how many rupees you have? Let's say 80 rupees. Okay, so pocket money will change like that. So use state, in the use state, we control the state variable. Okay, okay, the variable that we want to change. Okay, so something like that we try to do in our use state. Okay, so I'll just write it here. So we control the state variable. Okay, I'm just doing the revision what we did yesterday. Okay, we control the state variable. Okay, using what? Using use state. Okay, using use state. Okay, right. Also, what you have to understand, a little bit of syntax also, like, okay, first, like, okay, what does it do then? So the syntax is just like this. So syntax would be like const. It was a little bit light. Okay, so syntax would be like const there would be an array. Inside the array, you will have any variable, let's say any variable name, for formality purpose, let us name it state. Then there would be a setter function. Okay, a setter function which starts with set. The naming convention is like this: whatever you name this variable, the setter function should be named according to this. Okay, so yeah, so let us say set state. So this would be a setter function. Okay, so this is a variable and this is a function, just in case if you have any confusion. Okay, so this is a variable which is called as state variable. State variable. And this one is a setter function. Yesterday's count example, the counter app example, I hope everyone understood somewhat. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just quickly is equal to the use state hook from React library. Okay, so is equal to use state, and this is also a hook. Hooks are special functions. Hooks are special functions. So I'll just inside this there would be initial value. Initial value. Okay, so this initial value is what? Initial value is what? Initial value is the starting value of state variable that we have already written, which is this one, this state. Okay, this state I'm talking about. So whatever you will write here will become our state variable's value, starting value of state variable. Done. So this is the syntax and the example that we did yesterday. I hope you guys somewhat understood. Okay, that we were changing the value and also updating it and showing it on what? In our app. Okay, so this is what we did, right? So let's see if I have written also. Give me a moment. So where I have written hooks. Okay, I have not written hooks are special functions. Okay, let me write it. Special functions that do specific tasks. Okay, in React. Okay, so they are like inbuilt feature of React. Okay, so this is done. Yeah, I think this would be better. So yeah, so this is the use state hook. Okay, this is the use state hook. So like we discussed the problem, okay, that when you used to update a variable, the same variable was not updated on HTML or a web page. So to solve this, we use this use state. Okay, so always think that, think of it like pocket money. You have to change it. And also, like what we did, we said like 0 here, we put 0 here. So state's value was 0. Then with set state function, we can change the value. Okay, when we call this and put any value here, like 1, 2, 3, some value. If we put here, the state's value would be 1, 2, 3. The variable values would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have already looked into example. Hope you guys revised. Okay, so are you ready to learn a new hook, everyone? Everyone ready to learn new hook? Use state counter example. Everyone understood the problem and the solution that we used to do. And regarding C, behind the scenes of use state, you have to understand there is a thing called as fiber architecture. Okay, fiber architecture. Okay, the fiber architecture, it involves a lot of classes, but as a front end developer, as a user of a library, there is no need to dive into fiber architecture. Nobody will ask you in this front end interviews about oh, explain why can't you run a loop inside this? Why you can't run a loop inside this? Why will I need to know about this? They will ask, oh, why can't you run loop inside? So just say, Mister, that is a part of fiber architecture. Okay, I know how these hooks work. There are 20 more hooks. They have specific functions that I use. Okay, for specific problems. Okay, so don't get discouraged if somebody is asking you this. Why can't you run for loop in use state? Why would you run for loop in a use state? First, you ask them. Okay, you have to tell that this use state is special function. There is special syntax for this. Okay, and what do? You change state variable whenever you want to. You have a variable and you want to change it. Okay, you want to change it over time, just like your pocket money. Okay, just like your pocket money that changes from 100 rupees to 80 rupees. Okay, so it changes just like your pocket money. State variable also changes. So whenever we want to change anything, we use this set state to change the value, and that will change the state's original value, which was 0 or something else. Okay, we already looked at yesterday. So a lot of thumbs up we saw for use effect. So let us learn another hook, which is use effect. Are you guys ready? Everyone, come on. Let's see. No one. Okay, one person. Okay, good. 2, 3. Okay, nice. What about else? Okay, a lot. Good. But still there are like 268 students. Why are you here for attendance? Good. Nice. Okay, thanks for the responses. Okay, let us visualize use effect. Okay, let us visualize use effect. Okay. Okay then. Good afternoon, Don. Yes, Depanshi. Good. Correct. Good. Good. Okay. Voice is breaking. Is my voice breaking? Praveen is saying voice is breaking. My voice is okay, right? Okay, no. Okay, Praveen, we will look into more examples. Use state and use effect, we will do a combined example. Okay. So, okay, let us jump into this. Okay, let us jump into this. So, this was part of hooks, right? So, hooks. so use effect. Okay, now use effect hook. So second one is use effect. Okay, so what is use effect? Either you can just go to the documentation of React. You can see, refer it. Okay, I'll just give you a mental picture regarding that. Okay, so one mental picture regarding this, just like our classroom example. Okay, just like our classroom example, we'll try to see what is this. Okay, so like what is use effect hook? Okay, so let's say that okay, let us make a mental image first. What we can say, let's say you are there. Okay, so you are in home. Okay, you are in home. There's a TV here. Okay, so there's a TV or a monitor, something. Okay, and you are here. You are so you are there. Okay, so you are just sitting, relaxing in a couch. Okay, something like this. So you are sitting in a couch and you are playing. Okay, what are you playing? You are playing a video game. Okay, so you are doing that. Okay, so you are playing video games. Okay, okay, so you are playing video game. Okay, you are playing some video game or something. Okay, so you are playing some video game, and what happens? Like you have a bad habit. You play the okay, you play the game day in and day out. Okay, like day and night you play. Okay, day and night you play. Okay, day and night you play with the game. Okay, day and night you play. So this is like very wrong. Okay, and your mother is very angry that you are like playing video games again and again. Okay, so what you're doing, you are playing video games. Okay, so you are playing video games. Okay, so you are playing video games. So you are like playing video games. So you are doing some task. Okay, so you are doing some task. So your mother is also here. Okay, so your mother is also here. Okay, so mother is also here. Okay, so your mother is also here. Okay, and like she is worried. Okay, okay, like she is worried. Like, what are you doing? Something like this. Okay. Just ignore my something like this. Okay, something like this. I just ignore the drawing. Okay, just get the fact. So this is your like mother. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so you're like daily, like you're playing and all, and your mother is like very worried. So what does she say? Okay, she says that after dinner. Okay, so she gives you a task. Okay, so she's like worried, and she's like after dinner. Okay, after dinner, automatically. Okay, after dinner, automatically wash your plates. Okay, let's say something like this. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, so you were doing some task, and your mom says that wash your clothes. Okay, so wash your plates after eating dinner. Okay, automatically you have to wash your plate. Okay, so in React, how this scenario will become? Okay, in React, what will happen? Okay, if we look into the same scene. Okay, so this scene, if we look into React. Okay, in React. Okay, okay, so in React, like what will happen? Okay, in React, what will happen? Okay, they will say that after. Okay, after, let's say, wait, let me just tell you about. I think I should tell you about render also. Like if somebody asks you about render, you should know this terminology. So, mm, see, there's a term called rendering. I'll just write it here. Okay. Okay. So, what does rendering in React mean? Okay, rendering. Okay. Whenever you hear this term, what is this rendering in React? Okay. So, it has a meaning. Rendering. Okay, so rendering. Okay, so rendering means yes, tomorrow, like day after tomorrow, there would be quiz. Okay, just got confirmation. Okay, but please be come tomorrow also. Maybe the quiz will be conducted tomorrow. Who knows? So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, please be active for quizzes. Okay. So whenever you hear this word rendering in React, what does it actually means? It means that preparing. Okay, this does not relate with our mother son example. Okay, this is something different. Okay, this is the terminology which I wanted to you should know. Okay, so showing preparing and showing components. Preparing and showing components. Components. Okay, preparing and showing components on web page. On web page. Okay, based on what? Any guesses? Based on, I'll just current state. Based on current state or props, whatever it is. Okay. So based on current state or props. Okay. Based on current state or props. Okay. Preparing and showing the what? Preparing and showing the components. Preparing, okay, and showing components on web page based on current state or prompts. Okay, so this is like main thing. Okay, I'll just make it in a black box. You should know this. Okay. Okay, so this is the term rendering means that React will, you know, whenever it is showing components on a web page, it is rendering. Some people call it reloading, loading. No. Okay. Whatever, whenever you see a web page and whenever you do any changes, that is called as rendering. Okay. So let's say your current state variable is changing. So immediately the web page will be reloaded, okay, accordingly, and you will see your current number, let's say 0 to 1. So new number 1 you are able to see. Why? Because when state changed, React was preparing and accordingly showed the components on web page. Okay, so very important if somebody like asks you. Okay, so like it will check and then update, something like that. Okay, like check and update. Okay, so I'll just write it down just in case if you understand it more. Like check, like just keep this in mind. Okay, check and update the components. Okay, so I'll just go back. Okay, so what happens here in this use effect? Okay, so what happened there? So in React, what will happen? Okay, so in React, it means that, after what? After rendering. After rendering, that means loading the components. Okay, loading the components on screen. So after rendering, okay, uh, after rendering, should have used it. After rendering, automatically okay, after rendering, automatically run something. Okay, so that is how like your this is like use effect hook is like, whenever some task will happen, it will tell you, okay, automatically do something. Okay, automatically do something. Okay, so just like your mom reminding you, okay, that after dinner automatically wash your plate. So like after rendering, automatically run something. You have to do something. That is use effect hook. Okay, so just get this picture. This picture is very important. So after like loading the components, it should automatically do something. Okay, you should not like see mother is telling after dinner automatically wash your plates. She will not remind him for washing the plates. Okay, after eating dinner, he has to automatically wash his plates. Otherwise, bad things will happen to him. Similarly, after preparing and showing components, after rendering, after loading components on web page, when you use this use effect hook, automatically it will do something. Automatically it will do something. Okay, so let us look into the real code and then understand. Okay, let okay, and meanwhile I'll share this whiteboard so that you can keep it side by side with yourselves. Okay, okay, so I've shared the whiteboard link. Okay, okay, let us go to code now. Okay, just look into the whiteboard. I've shared the link. Let us open the code now. So this was our counter app.jsx. So in app.jsx, we use this counter, okay, for our use state example. So everyone just try to comment this hook, comment this, sorry, component in app.jsx, okay. So in app.jsx, what you have to do, see, in app.jsx, you have to comment our old this counter component also, okay, counter component which we use for hooks example. Comment that out, please. Comment that out. Let us make a new component, okay. So in hooks, I will make a new component and I will make a new file and call it, what should I call it? U state only, capital U stat, because the component's name should be Pascal case, okay. But the U state hook actually is starts with small u, just like in use state, okay. We will use small u. So same thing. So this useState.jsx I have made in hooks folder. In your hooks folder, you have to make this useState.jsx file in your hooks folder. Now I will do RAFCE and press enter. Okay, what I have done, RAFCE. Okay, and I will get this recommendation, RAFCE. Okay, enter. See, you are getting this component. Now I will remove this just for now. And here I will write use state, something like this. And I will put it in H1. Okay, H1. And I will remove this div so that it would be a fragment like this. So use state hook. Okay, so we will like understand. Okay, so yeah, that would be it. So this, everyone just try to do it. Okay, make an H1 heading. Okay, make an H1 heading. Okay, make an H1 heading here in line number 6. I have made an H1 heading. Then what you have to do, you have to just make a functional component and call it use state. Okay, so usually the use state hook starts with small. Any hook will start with wait, not use state, not use state, guys. This is use effect. Have I used use state at somewhere? No. This is use effect, guys. Sorry. Just rename it, guys. It is not use state. Okay. It is use effect. Okay. Use effect. Okay. Use effect. Use effect. Use effect. Use effect. Like this. Okay. Use effect hook. Here also name it to use effect. So I'll right click rename. Use EFFE. Okay, so use effect. Okay, so name the file as capital USE EFFECT.jsx. Okay, and like this. If you name it small, maybe linter will give you an error. Okay, so there is a linter running. It will give you an error maybe. Okay, so always like write this file names and functional whenever you are using React functional component as Pascal case. Okay, so this is use effect hook. So what I will do, okay, so first is go to app.jsx. After everything is done here, we just go to app.jsx, okay, and always use right click and this format document. Use this and format document, okay. Let us go to app.jsx. If you see here, press enter. I will import the use effect. Oh, see, I am getting this recommendation. I am getting this recommendation. See, I am getting this suggestion. I'll press this, and you will see that line number 11, it has been imported. So I'll just close it, save it, and see, it has been imported also. Check out line number 11. Okay, after closing this use effect component, always check if it has been imported correctly or not. If you want to check if it is imported correctly or not, always use control and mouse click and you can directly go to the file. Okay. So this part also done, everyone. So I've already explained a little bit, but let us jump into syntax also, like how the syntax actually works. Okay. So explanation is there, but let it be the syntax also. So use effect. Okay, so there would be a callback function like this. Okay, so there would be a callback function. Okay, so there would be, let's say, an arrow function or something, and inside this there would be like wait, let me just use that doc comments like this. Now I can clearly help you. Syntax looks like this. So there would be like use effect written function. Okay, our use effect hooks written like this. Now what will happen inside this, there would be another callback function like this. Okay, like this, there would be another callback function like this. Inside this function, what will happen? Okay, like there would be like, let's say, some code to run after rendering. Okay, so after React has updated your state or loaded your components, that is rendering. Okay, so what you want to run, what logic you want to run after that. Okay, so that would be that. Then after this callback functions ending block, you see this ending block. So after this ending block, there is one more thing, an empty array is there like this. Okay, which is the second parameter of use effect. So that is called as like dependency. Okay, okay, we will call it array dependency. Okay, dependency list. Okay, so there would be some dependencies. Dependencies means that, let's say, whatever value you will write inside this. Okay, whatever value you will write, like what are dependencies, I'll just write. So dependencies are, okay, dependencies. So what whatever you will write in dependency array, the use effect will run only after what? Only after the thing that you wrote in dependency will change. Okay, only after. How should I write this? After the thing that you wrote in dependency changes. Whatever you write in dependency, the use effect will run only after it changes. Okay, only after it changes. What? Like, see, if you write here something like count. Okay, so whenever count will change, this use effect will run. Okay, so we will, when I'll do an example, you'll understand it more. Okay, so let's say here you have your 12th marks written. Okay, like marks. Okay, and this is your marks is a state variable. So whenever your marks will be updated, this use effect callback will run. Okay, this use effect will run. Okay, this whole use effect will run, and this function inside the use effect will also run whenever your marks will be changed. Okay, okay, depend. Okay, understood. So with example, you'll understand it more clearly. Okay, so let's say that mm, let us write a very simple example, everyone. So what we will do, I will just write here use effect like this, and see, I am getting this suggestion. Do you want to import it from React? Yes. Yes. Enter. See, this import statement came. I want to use effect hook from React library. Okay, line number 3 should be there. Okay, very important. Okay. So this use effect done. I will call it. So when I am calling it, see, it is telling me there should be a an effect function. Okay, effective callback function should be there. Okay, so let us make a callback function here. Function passed as argument like this here. Okay, okay, and I will also write a comma. When I write comma after callback, it is asking me to write a dependency list, which is this array. Okay, what it is telling, if present, effect will only activate if the values in the list change. What does it mean? Whatever you will write here, if that changes, use effect will run. Okay, so I will write here comma array like this. Like this. Okay, clear everyone? Clear? So this callback function, and then after this a dependency list array. Okay, so I'll just open this, and here I will just write normal console.log that use effect will only run once. Okay, this function will only run once. Okay, so let us run this file. Okay, hope you have imported it in app.jsx, otherwise you will not able to see this component. Okay, so this thing everyone has done. So let us open the terminal. Open the terminal, and what is missing? You will see node modules file is not there. If node modules file is not there, what you have to do? First, you have to check if you are in correct directory or not. My src folder is inside this, my first React. So I'll just write cd my dash first, or I can press tab also. It will give me suggestion. You can press tab key, it will give you suggestions. So now I'm inside my first React app. Now I'm in correct directory. I will write npm install. Press enter. I'll write npm install, and I will press enter. Okay, I will press enter. So now see, node modules folder I am able to see. Okay, node modules folder I am able to see. Now I will write npm run dev. Okay, sorry, Linux commands. Npm run dev. My React app is running. Control mouse click. Yeah, it is working. Let me look into the console. Use effect will only run once. So whenever I will reload, or whenever there is something happen, like if I just change something, okay, if I just change something, let me just close my terminal a little bit. If I change something, let's say if I write something like I have a phone. Something like this. Okay, I have a phone. Okay. So when I will save, just look into terminal. Whenever I'm whenever I'm saving this file with Control S, you see this number of count. The React is like seeing the update or changes that I'm making. See, here it is number 7. See, I will save again. Control plus S, Control plus S. See, this many times React app is, making changes on the web page. Okay. If I want to show it to you really, just see here. Okay. I will just save this and see, it is running. 8 times it has run. I'll save again. Okay. So it is just like you use that HTML live server. So it is whatever we are making changes in our code. Okay. Whatever changes we are making in the code. Okay. It is changing it here. And also our use effect is also running whenever we are making changes. Okay. If I may remove this line, okay, again it will run use effect, because again the web page is reloading. The component that we have written is getting attached to the web page and our use effect is running. Okay. If I do it again see 3 times. Okay. Clear? So yeah, so this is what it is actually. Okay. So also you have to understand one thing. If the dependency array is empty, the use effect will run only once. Okay, in interviews also they'll ask. Okay, if the dependency array is empty, the use effect will run only once. Okay, so it runs only once when the components load. Okay, that's it. Because there is nothing here. If there was some state variable or something, it would like change again and again. Okay, so let us look into that also, so you will understand it more clearly. But this is like important. Okay, in interviews also they will ask. So if this is empty, it will only run once. So let us do one more example. Go to app.jsx. Wait, everyone is getting this, by the way? Everyone is getting the output? Let me see. Anyone who is not able to follow along? If there is nothing in array, dependency array, the use effect will run only once. Okay. I will give another example. Okay. Let us write another example. So I'll just, everyone just comment this out, use effect, comment it out. We will make a new component. Okay. Comment this out, everyone. So in hooks only, I will make a new file and call it marks.jsx. In hooks folder only, I will write marks.jsx. A new file, marks.jsx, and everyone has commented this use effect. Okay, so you will not see anything in your file. Okay. So now what I will do, this is done. Everyone commented. Now what I will do, I'll just go to marks and I'll write RAFCE. RAFCE. Okay. I'll write RAFCE. Okay. I'll do that. RAFCE. Enter. So I'm getting this marks. Save. Okay. And again, I will just remove this div. Okay, and here in this fragment, I will write, let's say, paragraph. I will show your marks. Okay, so something like this, marks, and there would be some marks here. Okay, a mark state variable. Then what? A button. So in this button, what will happen? So it will like increase plus 10 marks. Okay, so plus 10 marks like this. Okay, yeah. So this button, like, plus 10 marks you will get if you click on it. Okay, and let us make a use state first. So const marks. What will be the setter name? Set marks. Okay, because we have named the variable as mark, and I'll write use state tab. You will get this import. Please import this. Okay, and in use state, what should I write? 0. Okay, for now. Okay, let it be 0. So yeah, I think it will work. So, and inside this button, let us make an add event listener on click. So whenever user will click, some function will run, like increase marks, something like that. Increase marks, and I will just make an arrow function, or you can make a normal function also, your wish. Okay, like this, and then what? Increase marks. Okay, so here what will happen? I think nothing. Only we will like write set marks, and I will write the old marks value plus 10. Yeah, I think this should work. So understand the flow. When you click on this button, this function will run. This function will then change the value from 0 to plus 10. Okay. So it will get updated just like we did it with counter app. Okay. So let us check. Oh, it is not there. Why? Because I think we have not imported it in app.jsx. So everyone just come here, import it in marks like this. Check out line number 12. Line number 12 should be there. Okay, line number 12 should be there. Marks, import marks from this path. Okay, and the marks component should be there in the return statement. Okay, otherwise it will be very problematic. Now let us see. See, there is marks. Okay, current marks is 0. When I'll click on 10, it will increase 10 marks. Okay, so it is just like that. Now what we will do, I will write a use effect, but this time I will not keep this array empty because I want to change this. I want to run this use effect whenever my marks are changing. Okay, so what is the agenda here? Okay, whenever marks will change, the use effect will automatically run. Okay, whenever marks will change, okay, the use effect will automatically run. That is why I said that we will not call that function. Use effect will already run it. So let us write use effect. See, check out line number 1. We are importing use effect and use state from React library. Again thing. Okay. Effective callback function. And when I will write comma, I will get the dependency array. And in this dependency array, I will write the marks. So whenever marks will run, this use effect, whenever marks will change, the use effect will automatically run. Whatever logic you will write. Whenever marks will change, this marks, okay, the state. Okay, whenever we are changing it by clicking on button, marks value is changing. Whenever marks value will change, the use effect will run. Okay, so let us write something. So I will write console.log marks up, updated. Okay, and plus marks. And you know what? I should use ES6. So use backticks marks updated. Backticks I've told you, right? It is just below escape key in the tilde sign. So marks updated. Marks updated. Then dollar sign parentheses. Here I will write marks by out of 100. Okay, something like this. Okay. So once again, use effect will run whenever marks values are changed. Okay, just in case, just a reminder. Okay, so let me make it green. Okay, let it be like this so that you can actually see. Okay, so let us check this out. Okay, just check it out. You guys do it. Let me drink some water. Okay, just check. Okay, what is happening? Just check. Let me drink some water. Okay, everyone is getting the output and all. Okay, let me just check. So right now, at first it ran. Okay, my use effect ran. Okay, again it will run when I will click on this button. I will click. Why? Because when I'm clicking on this button, this function increase marks is running. Inside this increase marks, we have this set marks, which is changing the value of my marks. And marks is then located inside dependency array list. So this use effect will run whenever marks are changed. So let us change the marks. See, again it is, see, again my use effect run. Okay, currently value is 10. Okay, here also value is 10. Okay, see, whenever again I will click, again my use effect is running. See, line number 12. Line number 12 is this. Okay, so my use effect is running. Okay, so whenever I'm updating the marks, this use effect is running, and the logic inside my use effect is also running. Okay, if I keep my use effect dependency array as empty, let us do that. If I say, let's say empty, okay, I'll just comment it out and I'll keep it empty. Okay, empty. It is telling, see, it is empty as a missing dependency. Okay, it is empty. Okay, so I'll just refresh, and whenever I'm clicking on marks, see, my marks is getting updated, but my use effect is not running because the array is empty. See, array is empty. So this use effect does not depend on anything. Okay, so no, if I just reload it, it will only run once and you are getting 0 out of 100, which is the start. But when I'm clicking the button, my value is getting changed, but I am not getting, this use effect is not running. Okay, that is why we use, always try, in interviews they will ask, why have you kept your dependency array empty? You have to say, sir, listen, I do not want this use effect to run more than once. It will only run one time, sir. That is why I kept it empty. And if you have put any state inside, you have to tell, sir, whenever this state will change, my use effect will run. Okay. So I'll just reload it again. You see here. Again, 20, again, 30, again, 40, again. Use effect is running again, again. Okay. Clear? Somehow you got an idea regarding this? Did you get an idea? I'll just delete it. Delete this node modules and give it the code to you. Just see if you're getting, if you're facing any problems or anything. Okay, I'll just give this code to you. I'm sharing it. Just see, guys, everyone. Just see the code, try to run it, try to leave it empty, then again try to run it. Okay. So we will start one more topic, which is asynchronous programming. Okay. Because like we wanted to make an app that uses a real API. Okay. So for that, it is necessary for you to understand asynchronous programming in JavaScript. Okay. So I have uploaded the code. Okay, this React folder, just check please, everyone. And let me just come back here. Okay. I'll just Okay, so let us start asynchronous programming. Okay, so what is asynchronous programming and all? Asynchronous. Okay. Okay, so asynchronous programming, like what is this asynchronous programming? Okay, so what is this asynchronous programming? Let us dive deep into it. Okay, so I'll just first write some like one definition, and then you can look it up. Okay, so I'll just write that question. Like, what is synchronous programming? Okay, asynchronous programming. Okay, somebody can make sense that it has to do something with synchronous programming, asynchronous programming. But like, what is like actually this happening? Okay, like what is then? What is asynchronous? The synchronous programming. Okay, what is it? What is synchronous programming? So a typical answer would be like, let's say, uh, code or function. Okay, which executes and sequentially. Okay, okay, like sequentially, no, sequentially. Okay, sequentially. Okay, so what does sequentially mean? Well, let's say in a sequence. Okay, one after another in a sequence, one after line by line. You can say line by line, one line after another. Okay, one line after another. You can say, or like one function another line. So what happened there is that uh, each operation. Okay, so each operation or function. Okay, each operation or function typically does what it waits. Okay, it waits for the previous what previous operation. Waits for the previous operation or function to complete. Okay, same thing, or function to complete. So once it is completed, only then it will be there. I'll give you an example. No need to get scared. but line by line execution or you know something like that, you will understand. So like you can also like think of it like that. Let's say you have an ATM, right? Okay, so let's say you have an ATM. Okay, so just take it as a grain of salt. So let's say there is an ATM. Okay, this is an ATM. Okay, okay. So what happens? Remember that demonetization time. Demonetization time. I hope everyone remembers. Is my voice audible? Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? I'll just look into Q&A. Just give me 5-10 minutes. Okay. I hope everything is going well. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So remember that demonetization time when Modi ji announced that that notes will not be 500 or 1000 notes are invalid or something. It is not working currency, and everybody was in fear, obviously, because as a middle class person we don't have hordes of money, right? So but we were the only ones who got stressed up. Those who have money, they were not very scared of demonetization thing, but I don't want to get into politics. But that was a time of very stressful situation for any middle class person. Okay, so I'm biased because like I am middle class, so obviously I'll favor middle class. So what happened, like there was a very long line at that time. Okay, everyone from your uncle, chacha, and even like some nana, dada, they were also like waiting in the ATM lines, okay, for their turn to withdraw measly 2000 rupee note that eventually they cancelled. Okay, so just imagine that you are in the ATM. Okay, so this is you. Okay, so what will happen? Uh, the ATM transaction, okay, ATM transaction will happen one by one. Okay, so not transaction. My brain is not working. Not transaction, withdrawal. Okay, okay. So the withdrawal will be one by one. Yes or no? One by one. Okay. So the withdrawal will happen one by one. Okay. So this is synchronous programming operation. Okay. So what happens, like there is like one block of code, then another block of code. So another block of code will not run. It will wait for the old operation. Okay. It will wait for the previous operation, or okay, it will wait for the previous operation. Okay, so it will wait for the previous program to run and then it will run. So similarly here also in your ATM, what will happen? Okay, first uncle will withdraw, who is whoever is there in front of you, they will withdraw. You will wait. You will wait. You will wait for this person. This person will take cash. Okay, they will withdraw. Then you will come here. Okay, the uncle will go. Okay, after transaction, uncle will grow. Okay, uncle will go. Okay, uncle will go. Wait, uncle have not taken his hand. Okay, so uncle will move away. Okay, after transaction is done, and then you will come here at this position. Okay, so this is what happens. Okay, in a normal ATM transaction. So there is one by one. Okay, so this is actually very slow, and this is how like old JavaScript used to operate. Okay, slow and old. This is how previously JavaScript used to like wait and used to do these things. Okay, it was very problematic, very slow. Now imagine if uncle returns, okay, like somebody who is like very like very, let's say, very tense uncle is there, okay. So the uncle, what he has is check shirt, and what he has is what he has a lot of debit cards. So he's from a joint family and he has a lot of debit cards. So he will take, let's say there is no security guard or nobody to handle the queue. So he has like 10 ATM cards. He will take a lot of time and you have to wait. Okay, you have to wait. Uncle will take time. He has 10 ATM cards. You have to wait. You only have one. Your operation is very fast. Your operation is not very logic heavy. Okay, your function is not heavy with logic. Your function is very simple, but still you have to wait for this complex function or uncle to complete his 10 transactions, 10 withdrawals, and you will wait even though your function is simple. So what did the developers did, okay, the community did, the people who were contributing to JavaScript, they said, why you should wait when you are very simple? You only have one function. Uncle has 10 functions. You have one function. Your operation batch is very simple. You have one function. You should come, take your money and go. Uncle should be withdrawing money. But it will take time now. Why others should wait? Why others? Why you should wait? This is not your fault. You only have one ATM card. Why you should wait? So you should come, withdraw money and go. Uncle should wait. Uncle should do his all complete withdrawals. Then uncle can go. But meanwhile, others who have only one ATM card, they should not do. So this is like one by one. Okay, one by one execution of commands and all. And this is called as synchronous programming. Okay, in a sequence. I'll give you one more example. Okay, I'll give you one more example. Okay, I'll give you one more example. Like, okay, so I'll give you one more example. Let's say, I need 3 people's name. Any volunteers? Sir, please give the Google Drive link. Google Drive link. I need 3 names. I've shared the Google Drive link, Manish. Okay. Any volunteers? I need 3 names. 3 friends. I want to need. Use the type example. Raise hands. I will select 3 names. Okay. Mohit, Nick. Wait. Wait. Arre. Mohit, Nikhil, and Hemal. Okay. Lower your hands. Okay. Mohit, Nikhil, and Hemal Bhai. Okay. Mohit, Nikhil. Sorry. Mohit, Nikhil, and Hemal Bhai. Okay. So Mohit, there are 3 friends. Okay. Okay. So this is an example. So just for imagination. So there are 3 friends. Okay. 3 friends. There are 3 friends. Okay. Mohit, Nikhil, and Hemal Bhai. Okay. So they went to eat pani puri. Okay. Pani puri, everyone knows. I think. Okay. I don't know in your state so what it is called. Okay. So like there would be pani puri. Some people call it, I don't know, batasha also. Golgappa. Okay. So like they went to eat Pani Puri, okay. Pani Puri, Golgappe, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so yeah, so they like okay, so they went to eat Pani Puri. Okay, so what happened when you went to eat Pani Puri? Okay, so there was this okay Golgappa seller, okay, or Pani Puri seller. Okay, so it was that. I'll just which color. Okay, so there's like there is you, there is Mohit. Okay, so there's Mohit. Then there is Nikhil, and then there is like Hemal. Okay, okay, so there are three friends, and then there is Pani Puri Anna. Sorry, Anna, not Anna. Bhaiya or Pani Puri seller. So he will have this Pani Puri stand. Okay, so there will be a drum of Pani Puri. Pani. Okay, so there's a drum Pani Puri. Then he will have this cabinet of small. Okay, just ignore. Okay, I don't know if it has an emoji or not. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, so this is, and also there would be like we have swelling. Wait. Okay, so he's like selling pani puri. Okay, so yeah, so pani puri seller. Okay, so pani puri, right? So there is like 1, 2, and 3 operations. Okay, so think of these friends as operations. Okay, so what will happen here? Okay, is that and you are telling like okay, bhaiya or Bhau, just give me this pani puri. Okay, and Anna is saying sorry, bhaiya is saying that no, no, I will give one by one. Okay, I will give one by one. Okay, I will give it one by one. So first he will give it to, sorry, will give it to him. Okay, okay. So the others would have to do what? Others would have to wait. Okay, so he has to wait. He has to wait. Others would have to wait. Okay, right? So first he will get. Okay, so one at a time. Okay, one at a time. Okay, so one at a time he will give. He will not skip. Okay, he will not skip. First his turn would be there. He will eat. Then only Anna will. Then only Bhaiya will give it to him. Okay, Nikhil. Then they will give to Hemal. Okay, so he will not skip. Okay, first he will be there. He will give it to him. Okay, then him and then him. Okay, he will not skip the queue. Okay, so one person at a time. Okay, will receive the pani puri or golgappa. Okay, Bhaiya will not give another person until unless like previous one is done. Okay, understood this much? So the lines won't be like skipped. Okay, so one by one they will he will give. So then what is asynchronous programming? Can anyone guess from this example? This is synchronous example. Can somebody tell me how this scenario will look in asynchronous? What would be the opposite of this one by one? Can somebody tell me? What would be the opposite of that? Okay. Unordered. Okay, good. Code will not run in a sequence. Yes, correct. That is what I was looking for. But some better guesses? More better guesses? 1 3 2 2 3 1. Okay, okay. At a time together. Yes. Good, Praveen. Good. So what will happen here? Okay. So if you do you want me to write down what is happening here, or is it okay? With this some funny example, will you be able to understand, or should I write like what is happening one by one, all these things? Do you want to write me to write? What say? What do you say, guys? Should I explain that story? What is happening? Are you able to understand now, everyone? Yes or no? Anyone? Or should I like write? Everyone understands what is happening, right? No need to write. You just write it yourself. Okay, what is happening? So one at a time, he is giving. Okay. Okay. So in asynchronous, what will happen? In asynchronous, what will happen? I'll just cover the diagram tomorrow. Okay. So in what Bhaiya will do, okay, no one will wait. Okay, no one will wait. He will give it to all three. Nobody will wait. All three would be getting simultaneously. Nobody will wait. There is no waiting in modern applications thanks to asynchronous programming. So Bhaiya is saying that while he is eating, while Mohit is eating, Nikhil and Hemal will receive Pani Puri. When Hemal is eating and others are not eating, they will get Pani Puri. Okay? That is the crux of this synchronous programming. Okay? Clear? Like I'll not cover it since it will be a little bit long, because I had to introduce promises also. But you get my point. Okay? Everyone received the React code. Okay? Everyone received the React code and everything. Okay, so just try to write it yourself. Okay, try to tomorrow I will write about asynchronous programming, but you go home and study. Okay, after leaving this session, just study about asynchronous programming and something called as promises. Everyone tomorrow look into promises. Okay, two things. Okay, one is promises. What you have to do? Check out promises. Okay, after leaving this session, check out promise. Okay, okay, then check out this, how to use this Pokemon API. Okay, in React. So how to use this Pokemon API in React. Okay, okay, so this is an API like this is a URL, so it is an array of objects. How will you use this in your React app using promises? Just try to see. Can you understand? So that tomorrow session you can understand. We will use this live API, because in assignments also they will give you a live API. Okay, a live backend API, so that you can they can actually test you. Okay, see, they are also releasing GraphQL also. Okay, so these two things everyone do, and also look into asynchronous programming. Okay, and convert this example. Okay, so yeah, guys, I think I've already shared the link. Okay, right, you just export it and all. Okay, guys, let me just see the Q&A. So what is going on, not showing the screen? Screen is not visible. Screen is not visible. Is my screen not visible? Davkush is saying. Okay, so these two things, just try to do it. Okay. So I've already shared the notes. I've already shared everything. And today is Wednesday. So on Friday, 100% there would be a quiz. The quiz can be tomorrow also. Please tell your friends and batchmates or whoever is there that please, okay, the quiz would be conducted maybe on Thursday, 100% on Friday. Okay. But please be there in Thursday's session just in case if it is shared, because it is not in my hand. It is in the hand of our operations team. So please just look into it, guys. Be careful. Okay. Use effect, did you understand? Use effect? Use effect, you guys understood? Did you guys understood use effect? Okay. And this one that, it will run if you put state inside that state variable inside this, your use effect will run. If you keep it empty, it will only run once. That is one of the most important interview questions. Okay, I should have written it like that. Wherever I keep it read. Yeah, this is very important. Okay, if the dependency array is empty, the use effect will only run once. Okay, and here also I should keep it red. Marks, which is our state variable. Okay. Clear? Right. So let me just log out my mouse. Okay, everything I've shared. Just see if you do not understand anything, let me know. Okay. Topics are hard, I understand. But please, whenever you go home, try to you know, look into all these things. Okay. Not visible. Screen is not visible. Screen was not visible. At what time screen was not visible? Okay, let me share the Excalibur link. I have given the whiteboard link, everyone. Again, I'm giving. Sure, college will be starting from 7th of July. How we will join the session? College time is only. That is the problem. College is starting in 7th. Most colleges are starting from August. Well, it is not your this is not your fault. Let me ask operations team then. Okay. Maybe you can watch recorded lectures, but how will you attempt the quiz then? Just see if you can contact your college faculty regarding this, if they know. Otherwise, I will raise this to ops team. Okay. Anybody else whose college is opening? Sir, in which company you worked and now what you do? Well, as you can see right now, I'm full-time training students and faculties. Okay. And my real-time experience would be around 3 years. Okay. And but I'll tell you something. I worked as a freelancer. Okay, I worked in PHP Laravel stack. Okay, I don't know if you have heard about LAMP stack. I'll just show you. Just like there is MERN stack, there is a LAMP stack. Okay, so I used to do freelancing for my friend. Okay, for my one of the college seniors. Okay, so LAMP stack is there. Like it uses Linux, Apache, and MySQL and PHP. Okay, so I was a LAMP stack developer. So this is lamp stack. Okay, so there's like Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So I was like doing that only. But freelancers, nobody cares. Okay, you also never do freelancing. Always try to get real-time opportunities and full-time employment. Okay, because freelancers, contractors, nobody cares. Okay, in the market. So that was the mistake that I did also, because I was from a non-tech background. So I indulged a lot in freelancing because I used to get at start I was not getting paid a lot, but somehow my pay got increased. Okay, on weekly basis. So I did it for like 1.5 year, and not 1.5 year, approximately 2 years. Then I left this Linux. Oh, sorry, this PHP, and then I started learning JavaScript and all for better opportunities. So don't like indulge your time in freelancing as well as PHP. Don't waste time. Okay, that would be my suggestion. Okay, so like I was doing that. Then I was working in a company in near my hometown for around 1.5 year, and then I like joined here, and I've been teaching students and faculties full time. Okay, so that was their answer, Praveen. Okay, then. Okay, guys, let us meet tomorrow. Okay, so let us meet tomorrow. Okay. Anshika's college is also starting from 7th. Atharva's Yasin. Sir, every college affiliated to Maharashtra University might start on 7th. Oh shit. Achha, a lot of. Okay. Understood. Okay, only Jazz college is not opening. Rest. Okay, let me ask this to my ops team. Okay. Bye, Nancy. Bye, everyone. Okay, bye, everyone. I'll just look into it. Okay. Bye. Bye, everyone. I'll see this college opening problem. So, bye, everyone. Look into promises, asynchronous programming, and this Pokemon API. Okay. We'll do this tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye. Then we'll start backend engineering. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye, Aditya. Bye, everyone. Bye. I didn't ask in between, did you understand it or not? Sorry. I'll just do it tomorrow. Okay. I'll try to join 15 minutes early. Okay. Be ready with your doubts. Bye, Samarth. Bye, Samarth. Bye, Aditya. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye. Bye, Kush. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.